Alright, history buffs, today we're diving into the real reasons behind America's entry into World War II. You might think it was all about Pearl Harbor, right? Well, there's a lot more to the story. Let's rewind to the 1930s. The world was a mess. Germany under Hitler was on a rampage through Europe. Italy with Mussolini was flexing its muscles. And Japan was busy carving up Asia. They weren't just content with their own backyards, they wanted the whole playground. The US watched from across the pond, dealing with its own issues like the Great Depression. Most Americans were all about isolationism. Why get involved in Europe's mess? But things started to change as the Axis powers grew bolder. Germany was blitzing through nations like Poland, France, and the Low Countries. Italy was tearing through Ethiopia, and Japan was brutalizing China. These weren't just distant wars anymore, they were a direct threat to global stability. Then, December 7, 1941, a date that lives in infamy. Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, killing over 2,400 Americans, and dragging the US into the conflict. But was Pearl Harbor the only reason we jumped in? Not quite. America had been edging closer to war for a while. We were supplying the Allies through programs like Lend-Lease, sending weapons and supplies to Britain and the Soviet Union. Roosevelt was already prepping the nation for what seemed like an inevitable clash. The attack on Pearl Harbor was the final straw. It unified public opinion and gave Roosevelt the green light to declare war. But it was also about defending democracy and stopping fascism from spreading. The Axis powers were a direct threat not just to Europe and Asia, but to the ideals of freedom and equality everywhere. So why did America really enter WWII? It wasn't just about Pearl Harbor, it was about standing up against tyranny, defending democracy, and ensuring a future where free nations could thrive. Thanks for sticking around, history buffs. If you enjoyed this dive into the past, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more engaging content. Till next time, keep questioning, keep learning.